Human reports on one person already using the brand new system.
Okay, so here's the deal. I will build a new case study. I will build a new dropshipping business from scratch. And I will show you what I actually do in order to get sales. From starting where I set a goal, to finding a product, to a little bit of branding, until I make sales. And by the end of this case study, you have everything you need in order to you can actually copy what I have done in this case study, and you will get the same results. I want to show what is actually necessary to start an online business, and I'm pretty sure you will be amazed how simple it actually is. So to be honest, this is not just the next YouTube video about dropshipping, because I'm pretty sure you already watched a couple. This is more like a fellow entrepreneur friend who wants to show you what he's doing to make a business a success. And I know that there are many different approaches on starting and running an online business. So I obviously can only show you my approach. And I really hope this is what you're looking for and that this will bring value to it. But don't waste too much time right now. Let's jump into it. Before we actually start, just two information. First of all, I'm not building this business alone. I have a business partner on my side. His name is Jean-Luc. He's also a very good friend of mine. We are working remotely together. So you will only see me because I will be the one who will present it to you. But please have in mind that I'm not alone in this process and that this is a team effort. The second thing I want to tell you is that we already started the process of this case study, because our initial idea was to create a blog post, and then we had this idea to make a real-time case study out of it. So now we already have a store, we have social accounts and a little bit more, but don't worry about it. I will show you what we have done and how we actually have done it. But there will definitely no missing part for you. You will get every information you need. So now we're ready to rock and roll. Before starting an online business, there's always this question: what kind of business model do I want to have? Do I want to offer a service? Do I want to sell an informational product? Do I want to sell a physical product? Do I want to carry inventory, or do I not want to carry inventory? This is why the first decision in starting an online business has to be: what kind of business model do I want to have? And we decided for dropshipping. Maybe you're familiar with dropshipping, but if not, here's a very short explanation. Dropshipping is pretty simple. You have an online store. That's your job. Then there is your customer who places an order at your online store. In the next step, you lead the customer information and the order information to your supplier. And what now happens is that your supplier, not you, your supplier will ship the product to your customers. That's it. And you keep the difference between what your customer pays you and what you have to pay your supplier. And yeah, that's it. You don't have to carry any inventory. All you have to do is to have an online store and market your products to your customers. That's it. Alright, so now as you know what kind of business model we will follow, it's time to plan our project. And in order to do this, we will use a tool which is called Trello. Maybe you know Trello, maybe you've worked with it before, but maybe not. In order to show you what Trello actually is and how we organize our projects is the best way to jump on my computer. Okay, so now we are at our Trello board for this new dropshipping business, and it's actually just a bunch of cards you can move around, which reminds you what you have to do. So for example, the online store card, this is just pure reminder of what we have to do to set up our online shop for the business. So for example, if we go to the general pages, then we can create a to-do list which helps us to focus on the stuff we have to create and not play too much around. So for example, we have to set up a free shipping page, an about us page, contact us, and the legal pages. So, and you can do this with whatever you want to do. So for example, this is the social media card, and Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube are the channels we choose to do our marketing on later on. So actually this just helps us to set up the business properly and to don't forget anything. As you could see on the Trello board, there's one card which is called goals. And this is something very important for us. Whenever we build a new business, we set an initial goal in order to figure out if this business is something we would like to keep. Because not all businesses, even though they make money, are worth to keep. Set a goal which can affect our lives very positive, and that's actually the reason why John-Luc and I building businesses in general, to affect our lives very positive. Obviously, just to have a goal is not enough. You have to have practical steps. You have to know what kind of things you have to do in order to achieve your goal. You actually have to know at which point of time you have achieved your goal. And because we have set the goal to go to Legoland in Portugal. Okay, while editing this video, I figured out that I forgot to give you some context because Legoland in Portugal may sound weird to you. So Jean-Luc set the goal to take his whole family, which includes 3 wonderful kids and 1 lovely wife, to Legoland. They will have a wonderful family trip, and I will take my girlfriend there to Portugal. So those are goals which really affect our life very positive. So now back to the case study. We simply figured out how much money we actually have to make. We only have to make around $1,500 in profit, not revenue, in profit. So now we know how much money we actually need in order to achieve our goal. So setting a deadline when you want to have achieved your goal is always a good idea. We want to have achieved our goal in 4 weeks. Now we know what we want to achieve and when we have to achieve it. So this is a clear goal, very simple, $1,500 in profit in 4 weeks. That's it. One of the most common questions among new dropshippers are what kind of products to sell or which niche to pick. And in this case study, I will have a slightly different approach. Instead of coming up with a niche, I will come up with a theme, and I will build the whole store and the whole branding and all we do around this theme. And the theme is actually black. We picked this color because black seems to become more like a lifestyle than it is an actual color. We don't care too much about the actual products we are selling. We care way more about the marketing and the promotion. So obviously we only sell black products. Products are actually just a physical proof that all we do matches with our brand efforts. The best way to really show what I mean by picking a topic and then building everything around it is to show you what we do on our store and social media accounts. So let's start with our store. So this is our online store. As you can see, it's totally built around the color black. We just came up with a solid looking front page in order to attract some customers. We added black products over to our Shopify store, and just build a solid design. It's nothing special, but we truly believe that it doesn't come down to some fancy online store. We don't want to confuse customers. We only want to give them a nice experience and that they feel comfortable shopping with us. So nothing special. We purchased a theme for around $30 from Theme Forest. So far that's it. Obviously there's more work into building the store and coming up with a design, finding stock images to use, finding products to add, and how we actually add the products and all this stuff. But for now, for this first video, it's enough to talk about. This is what we have so far, and in the next video you will see what we actually have done in order to come up with the whole store, where we found the theme for only $30, where we found the stock images, and how we set up the business properly.